Okay, hello and welcome to another speaking video by Johnny. Chào mừng các bạn một video luyện speaking khác của Johnny nha. So here we have class IELTS 35. Unfortunately, we are reduced to only 3 students in this class because of COVID, and its consequences on people. And unfortunately, Miss One, her place is experiencing a power cut. So she cannot join our class today, but maybe she can later. Who knows? So today we have only Miss Helen and Miss Ngan. Are you excited to practice?
Yes, I am.
Of course, you should be excited to practice. Now we should continue with part 1. Primary school. Okay, let's do part 1, primary school. So, Miss Helen, did you like your primary school?
Yes, of course. I did enjoy the time when I was a primary student. Everything was something like in the memory. The school was quite big and every lesson seemed interesting.
It seems interesting. And how about your friends and other experiences? The teachers, the games, activities. Did you like it?
Yes. It's vivid in my memories. Whenever we have a break time, we play games, a lot of games with friends. And we usually
enjoy all of them.
Yeah, I remember there's a stream near our school, and we usually trốn ngủ trưa.
Oh, so there were times when you skipped lunch nap.
Yeah, we skipped lunch nap to go to that stream to play.
And yes.
And there are lots of orchards. I mean, there are an orchard garden. Orchard garden.
Market. It's orchid with a K. Orchid.
Orchid garden.
Phong lan. An orchid garden. Yes, and what happened?
Cái vườn trái cây.
And a fruit garden as well.
The fruit garden as well.
Fruit garden, or a garden full of fruit trees. A garden full of fruit trees. Những cái cây trữ trái cây. A garden full of fruit trees. Okay, so how about you, Miss Nhắn? Did you like your primary school?
Yes, I did. I liked most of the times of my primary school, while I can play and live in a period. Ngây thơ là gì? Hồn nhiên ngây thơ.
Naive.
Yeah.
When I was naive.
Naive,
ngây thơ.
Yeah.
When I was naive.
Naive times. I and my classmates did spend
Understand.
spend exciting time together. And luckily, we still keep contact and keep this relationship until now.
Okay, until now. Very well. Okay, so Miss Helen, what was your favorite subject at primary school?
I think math is one of
Math.
my math.
Mhm.
Was my favorite subject because I like the numbers and it's quite simple with some
Simple. Are you
calculations.
sure math was simple?
Mm.
Are you sure?
I have the maximum marks for this subject.
Oh, you had a maximum score in this subject. I see. That's why
Yes.
you loved it.
And especially my teacher. She's so beautiful. Her voice.
Oh, so your teacher was beautiful. That's why you love that subject.
Yes,
Yeah, of course.
that's true.
Teachers need, if they are beautiful, people will like the subject a lot more. I agree. How about you, Miss Ngan? What's your favorite subject at primary school?
Vietnamese lesson is my favorite subject.
Sorry?
Yes. Before, as a normal kid, before go to school, I can speak really well, but I cannot read or write. So after go to school, learn the alphabet.
After going to school and learning
After going to school, learning alphabet A, B, C, so I can read, can write. It made me feel excited when I can read most of the words on the panel along the way to school.
Oh,
I feel really fascinated about that.
I feel really
It's my bride at that time, you know.
I know. Okay, so Miss Helen, what did you dislike most about your primary school? Was there something you disliked the most?
Actually,
Maybe it was some bad friends, or maybe bad experience, or maybe because you don't like the food or something like that. You didn't like
everything in the past still shiny in my mind. So I don't think something should be bad, should be terrible. Just the location, I think, because it's in a remote area and quite far from my house. So every day I had to take the bus with lots of students in rainy season. It's it's terrible because the road was lots of mud and
so you mean the roads were muddy.
Were muddy.
And it was very muddy. Cái đường rất là đầy bùn. The roads were muddy.
It was so muddy that sometimes it's too dangerous. It was too dangerous for us to travel.
I see. Now, so how about you, Miss Ngan? Did you dislike something about your primary school?
Yes, I have. I do dislike bullying.
You dislike
situation not only in primary school but most in the school environment where people where students divide into groups, and then the strong ones always bully. Bully.
Always try to bully the new ones. You mean?
Yes, the new
Isn't
ones
it
or the
always happen?
weaker ones.
Isn't
And
what always happen in work environment as well as school environment?
yeah.
Sometimes you have to fight with yourself.
And one more thing, that the people they stay in the group and tell something bad behind someone.
Okay.
So that's I really
Bad-mouthing.
like.
People bad mouth.
Bad mouth.
Con người ta nói xấu. People bad mouth about the others. People bad mouth. Mouth là cái miệng, bad là xấu, cái miệng xấu là nói xấu. People bad mouth about the others. So it's a verb you can use. Okay, and that's what you don't like. So, Miss Helen, how did you travel to your primary school?
As I mentioned before, we traveled by bus. That's the only one bus at that time.
Okay.
And most of the parents went to work in the farm. So
on the farm, work on the farm.
On the farm. So children got on the bus in the morning and back home in the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
The afternoon.
So tell me, Miss Helen, how were the teachers in your primary school?
Most of my primary teachers were
primary school teacher.
Primary school teachers were women, and my own teachers, she's as beautiful. She beautiful like a model.
Oh, she was as beautiful as a supermodel. You mean as a model?
As a supermodel.
And was she a very nice person? Was she a nice person as well? Or was she not nice to people?
She's friendly and easygoing, and get on well with everyone.
And she got on well with everyone. I see. Someone is calling, I think, on your phone. Okay, so Miss Ngan, please. How were the teachers in your primary schools? Did you like them?
Yes, I like them so much. Because most of my primary school teacher was a good model of patience in teaching, and they labor with love, so they integrate knowledge efficiently. They always create a friendly environment among students and build good relationships among teacher and student. So we still keep in touch with my first grade teacher, even it has passed more than 30 years since then.
I see. I see. Now, so please tell me. Okay, I think we can end the part 1 in here, and we should go to part 2. So I think 54 sounds like a nice number, and 54 or 55 actually. Okay, so we have a part 2 first. Let's deal with part 2 first, shall we? Now, so 55 is describe a magazine. Magazine. Học ba nha. Third syllable. Magazine. Describe a magazine that you like. Miêu tả một cái tạp chí mà bạn thích. You should say what the magazine is. Tạp chí gì thế? When you started reading this magazine. Bạn bắt đầu đọc cái tạp chí này lúc nào vậy? What the content is. Content. Cái thành phần, cái nội dung của trong đó là cái gì thế? And explain why you like this magazine. Giải thích tại sao bạn lại thích cái tạp chí này. So I'll give you 1.5 minutes to think. Okay, time's up, please. Now, please describe a magazine that you like. Miss Helen, can you start first? 2 minutes.
Yes. I think the magazine I would talk about is family magazine. It's one of the most famous magazine in Vietnam, I guess. And I started read that magazine.
I started to read that magazine.
I started to read that magazine.
Read. I started to read that magazine.
I started to read that magazine 20 years ago.
Okay.
I like the designer I love the design of the magazine as well as the content. It's related to
as well as the context. You mean the content? The content.
The content is related to family, how to treat, how to behave, and sometimes there's some column introduce new cuisine,
Cuisine. Introducing new cuisine.
Yeah, introduce new cuisines.
Cuisine. New cuisine, những cái món ẩm thực. New cuisine.
New cuisines. So that I could try to make in some special occasion.
Okay, good.
And yeah.
And that's why I like the magazine.
Yeah, and that's why I like it.
Okay, very good. Chỉ cần ngắn gọn theo những ý trong cái này người ta yêu cầu thôi. You only need to follow the points that you should say, and that will be okay. Now, Miss Ngân, please, can you describe a magazine that you like?
Yes, I have traveled a lot by the plane. So
By plane? You mean by plane?
By plane. So I have spent a few hours per trip for sitting on the plane, reading heritage magazines. Is the way I utilize the time efficiency.
You mean efficiently? Using the time efficiently, you mean?
Efficiently, yes. Okay. This magazine is monthly published on monthly published on the Vietnam Airlines flight. I impressed by stunning cover with the professional design, as well as I can also widen my knowledge by informative content.
We don't say widen the knowledge. We say to what word?
Broaden.
To broaden
Yes.
knowledge. Chứ không dùng là widen my knowledge nha.
Yeah.
Because widen is when you want to make something bigger, literally.
Yes.
But
I
when you
remember.
broaden, you use something for something that you cannot see. Like for concept.
Yes. Yeah.
Like for example, broaden my love, broaden my knowledge, broaden my view, broaden my
Okay.
my skills, or something like that. But widen we use for something that we can see literally. Thực sự mình nhìn thấy được cái gì đó mình mới widen. Like for example, widen the room, widen the box, or something like that. Cẩn thận
Yes.
một cái cho nghĩa bóng cái nghĩa đen nha.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember.
Nghĩa bóng nghĩa đen là một cái cho những cái nào thấy được, còn một cái là cho những điều trừu tượng. Okay, please continue.
Okay, I continue. I broaden my knowledge by informative content, which is always up-to-date news, not only about domestic or international destination. They have so many columns like lifestyle, gallery, about a gallery of fashion, tourists, play, and people.
Okay.
I most interesting about local culture and folk tales. Folk tales. So that's why
chuyện dân gian. Folk tales.
Folk tales. And the most important thing is it is written in most of the English, and some article they have the Vietnamese versions, so I can improve my English as well.
Perfect. That's a very good way to.
I like this magazine.
That's a very good way to improve your English. That's very good. Very good, very good. Now, let's move on to 56. Describe a photo of yourself you have taken. Oh wait, no. We did it already. Let's do 54. Describe something you bought recently that made you happy. Remember, not everything we buy will make us happy. Of course not. You have to describe something you bought recently that made you happy. Các bạn phải miêu tả một cái gì đó bạn đã mua gần đây mà nó làm cho mình vui. Không phải cái gì mua cũng mình vui đâu nha. You should say what it is. Nó là cái gì thế? Why you bought it? Tại sao bạn lại mua nó? How you choose it? Bạn đã chọn nó như thế nào? And explain why it made you happy. Giải thích lý do tại sao nó làm cho các bạn vui. This is 54, isn't it? Okay, 54. No. So 1.5 minutes, please. Okay, time's up, please. Miss Ngân, can you start first? Describe something that you bought recently. Be careful with the past tense, please. Cẩn thận với quá khứ các bạn. That made you happy.
So 1.5 minutes to think about the thing that I have bought recently, but unfortunately, nothing come out in my mind.
Nothing came out of my mind. My mind went blank. My mind went blank. Nothing came out of my mind.
Yeah, my mind came blank right now.
Okay, Miss Helen.
Miss Helen
first.
Help.
Now you have another 2 minutes. Yeah, luckily recently I bought a motorbike.
If you use recently, you can use I have bought, because recently it means from the time in the past all the way until now. It affects the present. So you can use present simple. Recently I have bought.
Yeah, I have just bought a motorbike. It's one of the model, the common model in Vietnam. It's called Vision.
Nissan.
Vision.
Is it called Nissan or something?
Vision.
I have no idea what it is.
Motorbike, not a car.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Just 2 wheels. And I bought it to support for to use in my travel to work every day. So it's a must. And at first I have read some review. I read some review on the internet about that motorbike.
And you
And
believe
finally,
in those reviews?
finally
You
I
believe
don't.
in online reviews?
Yes, online review, and I decided to buy it. In the morning, I went to head office.
I went to the head office.
To the head office of Honda company, and I was impressed on the color of the motorbike. It's a new color in the collection. And another thing I like is it has smart key.
Oh, I have a smart key.
Yes, so every day I don't need to carry a change key.
You mean every day you don't need to carry an ordinary type of key, but you need that special key only, you mean?
Yes.
And it's safer because people cannot crack that key easily, isn't it?
Yes. Besides, it's also convenient to find the car in the distance.
That motorbike, you mean?
To find the motorbike in the parking.
In the parking lot.
In the parking lot, easily.
Okay.
And I am.
Okay.
And
good.
I'm happy.
And that's why it made me happy. That's why it made me happy.
That's why it made me happy.
I see. Very well. Miss Ngân, please, are you ready to describe something you bought recently that made you happy?
Yes. Thầy, cái máy nấu sữa gọi là gì thầy? Nấu sữa hạt á thầy.
So you mean that machine is used to make like milk from seeds of plants?
Yes.
Is it a kind of brewer? I'm not so sure.
Brewer là ngũ cốc hả?
Milk making machine.
Milk making machine.
I'm not so sure what it is called.
Okay.
Soya milk making. We have soya milk making machine, you know.
Yeah.
Nghe nó sữa đậu nành.
Yeah.
I think it's called milk. It's called milk making machine. You see, Alibaba. Yeah, it's a kind of milk making machine. I think so.
Okay.
Milk making machine, or you can say I think milk maker or something like that.
Milk making machine.
Okay.
Before about 3 months ago, before isolation, I have bought a milk making machine. I ordered it on Shopee apps and I use it to make the milk for my
milk. I make to make milk.
I make milk for my family. I bought it because it's really convenient to make it's very convenient and really save time while they just do it by itself in some simple step.
Okay.
And then we have a nutrition drink for for all members in my family.
Okay.
It's really helpful for me during social distance.
Social distancing.
Yes, social distancing.
Giãn cách xã hội.
Social distancing. I no need to go anywhere to buy
I didn't need
drink.
to go anywhere.
Just stay at home and
I
enjoy.
didn't have to go anywhere to buy milk, and I just need to
Buy
stay
milk.
home and make
Just
my
stay
own
at
milk.
home. Stay home and have homemade milk.
Homemade milk. Excellent, excellent. Now, so 53, it's describe something that you cherish.
Cherish.
So we have the new word here, cherish. So what does cherish here means? Ca tụng. To cherish. Ca tụng hoặc là nhắc lại với một niềm tự hào, một cái điều gì đó mình nhắc lại, mình nhớ lại một niềm tự hào. So to cherish means like you can search here. It's to love, to protect and care for something or someone that is important to you. To keep the hope, memories or ideas in your mind. Giữ một cái hình ảnh rất đẹp đẽ. Because they're important to you and bring you pleasure. Nó đem lại niềm vui sướng, hạnh phúc, niềm tự hào. Nó là ca tụng. Hoặc là tôi còn dùng từ gì tốt hơn nhé. What word is better? Nhớ lại với niềm tự hào, niềm vui sướng, ca tụng. I think it's it. So 53 describe something that you cherish. Miêu tả một cái gì đó mà mình nhớ lại với một cái sự vui sướng, tự hào, mình rất thích nó. What it is, nó là cái gì?
Của bản thân mình đúng không này?
It can be anything. Can be yours, can be anywhere, anyone's, I think. The question does not specify who that something belongs to. So it can be anywhere. Cái câu hỏi đâu có hỏi là cái đồ vật đó của ai đâu. Cho nên của ai cũng. You should say what it is. Nó là cái gì vậy? Who is it from? Nó đến từ đâu? Từ ai vậy? When did you get it? Bạn đã lấy cái đồ vật đó từ lúc nào vậy? Explain why you cherish it. Tại sao bạn lại rất là thích thú, rất là trân trọng, rất ca tụng, rất là nhắc lại cái điều đó, cái vật đó một niềm tự hào. Okay, this is a hard question, so I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, let's do it, shall we? Describe something that you cherish. Miss Helen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, please.
I'm going to talk about.
Let's go directly into the question. You do not need to say I'm going to talk about. Không cần phải làm vậy đâu. Đi thẳng vào vấn đề luôn được, please.
Whenever think about that moment, I swear over the moon. I am over the moon. It's for the price of the year. As far as I remember, it's for maybe it's called employee of the year. I mean, after 12 months working in the company,
Yes.
The board of directors will have a meeting and select several people who have outstanding performance of that year and will receive that one. And luckily, I'm on the list.
You got it. So you received it?
Yes, I'm on the list and I received the prize. When I heard my name, gọi lên sân khấu nhỉ?
When I heard my name, I went on stage.
I went on stage.
Tôi lên sân khấu. And I received it.
Yes, I was extremely intrigued.
I was extremely intrigued.
Intrigues.
Intrigue.
Intrigue.
Intrigue. I was extremely intrigued.
I was extremely intrigued.
Yes.
Because it made me feel that I have achieved something, and look like what my effort.
All of my efforts.
All my efforts were recognized by the company and the colleagues.
And the company and the
Colleagues.
Police.
Đồng nghiệp.
And the colleagues.
Những
âm đầu nha. And the colleagues. Colleagues.
And
the
the
colleagues.
And the colleagues.
And my colleagues. Okay, very good. Miss Ngân, please, can you describe something that you cherish? Rất tốt các bạn. Cố gắng nói trôi chảy hơn thôi. You just need to try to speak a bit more fluently, and you will get to band 7. But now I think it's about 6 to 6.5. Miss Ngân, please, can you describe something that you cherish?
I have worked for a multinational corporation, and the things make me cherish was I got the mid-year and year-end promotion constantly. I start at the
I started as a waitress. I started
at the basic level, and then I can reach as the highest level in a short period.
In a short period.
And it's similarly, I got many certificates and
just certificates, I think.
Yes, certificates from my board of management. I proud myself that I have labor with love and respect people, so I build a really good relationship between management and the staff.
It was a labor of love. Nó là một cái sự lao động vì niềm vui, vì đam mê. It was a labor of love. It was a labor of love.
Yes, labor of love. And I built a really good relationship between management and staff. I was respected.
Yeah. It was a labor of love. Cái việc mình làm việc nó mới là cái labor of love, chứ không phải là tôi là labor of love. It was a labor of love. Miss Ngân, it was a labor of love.
It was labor of love, and I built really good relationship between management and staff. I have contributed in terms of time and a great effort.
I have contributed in terms of time and effort.
I have contributed in terms of time and great effort to finish my task productively.
And you did.
That's the thing I really cherish myself
about. Okay, very good. This is actually a difficult topic, and our class we solve it brilliantly. I like it. So, okay, let's go on to 51. Describe a childhood friend of yours. Miêu tả một người bạn thời niên thiếu, thời ấu thơ của bạn. Describe a childhood friend of yours. You should say when you met him or her. Bạn đã gặp cái anh đó hoặc cô ta lúc nào. Where you met him or her và chỗ nào. What you did with your friend. Các bạn đã làm gì chung với lại bạn bè mình. How you felt about the friend. Bạn cảm thấy thế nào về cái người bạn đó. So there's a lot of things in the past. Be careful. 1.5 minutes, please. Okay, let's do it now. Describe a childhood friend of yours, can you? Miss Helen, can you start?
Yeah. My first friend is also one of my classmates. Her name is Tu.
Her name is
Tu. And my mother said that we known each other since I was.
We have known each other.
We have known each other since when I was 2 months old, and trùng hợp.
And it's a coincidence. It is a coincidence.
In coincidence, we study with each other from we are totals until we go to university. We went to university.
Okay.
And what is especially what makes her special is she's smart and knowledgeable. I usually turn to her advice, and now when we get married, she still spend a lot of time. When I in trouble, she willing to talk to me until midnight, just to make sure I overcome the bad feeling.
Overcame. Be careful with all the verb, please, to make sure that I overcame the difficulties. You mean?
To make sure I overcame the difficult and the bad feelings.
The bad feeling, not the best feeling. The bad feeling, please.
The bad feeling.
Okay.
And I always feel proud of her. To have a friend like her.
Okay, very good. Now, so Miss Ngân, please, can you describe a childhood friend of yours? Cẩn thận với cái động từ nha mọi người, quá khứ nha. Be careful with the verbs. It's past tense.
My childhood friend is was the girls in the same age with me who live next to my house. So we went to school together. We have the same. We have many in common.
We have many things in common.
Yes, we have many things in common. We have many things in common. In terms of personality and characteristic.
Yes.
She good at math, which is my weakness. So she can help me or support me to improve this lesson, this subject. In the school.
In school.
Yes. We share everything we have. Like we only have one bicycle, and we decide to take turns ride each other, go to school and back home every day. We have a lot of unforgettable memory. And that's make our relationship strengthen.
It strengthened our relationship.
And it strengthened our relationship time by time until now.
You mean time after time?
Yes.
Okay, time after time.
Time after time.
So basically, it strengthened our relationship through time, thông qua thời gian. Through time, thông qua thời gian, làm mạnh hơn cái mối quan hệ của chúng tôi. It strengthened our relationship through time. Through time. Okay, very good. I would like Miss Helen to talk about this topic once again because it wasn't that great. Can you try it again? Be careful with the verb, please. Miss Helen, are you ready to describe a childhood friend of yours again?
Yeah. Who is one of my childhood friends?
Who?
And at my mother say, my mother says we have known each other since when I was 2 months old.
2 months old. See.
Coincidence, we are classmates. I mean, we study in the same class from primary school until we went to university, and we had many things in common. We had the same hobbies, like reading novels. We like to listen to the same kinds of genres of music.
Same genres.
Same genres of music.
Genre of music. Same genre.
Same genres of music.
Same genre of music.
And we had in the same gifted student team when we at school. After graduated from university, she works as a director for her own company, and she is one of the successful women I know.
One of the most
knowledgeable.
One of the most successful women I know.
She was one of the most successful women I know.
And I felt
very relieved whenever I talk to her.
I felt relieved whenever I talk to her. Very good. Okay, cố gắng lên. I think 51 you need to do once again at home. But it's good. Yeah. Now let's do part 3. We did 46, 47 already, and I think let's go to 45. 45. Describe a short trip that you frequently make but dislike. Miêu tả một cái chuyến đi ngắn mà các bạn thường xuyên đi, nhưng mà các bạn lại không thích chuyến đi đó. You dislike the trip even though you do it frequently. You should say where you travel from and to. Bạn đi từ đâu, đi đến đâu. How often you make this trip. Bạn thường là đi cái chuyến đi này có thường không? Thường đi chuyến đi này không? Why you make this trip. Tại sao các bạn lại đi cái chuyến đi này? And explain why you dislike this trip. Tại sao bạn lại không thích cái chuyến đi như thế này? Okay. Maybe this one can be a bit difficult. And then we have part 3 of traveling. Do Vietnamese people like traveling abroad? Người Việt có thích đi nước ngoài hay không? Tại sao? Who prefer traveling abroad, the young or the old? The old. The young or the old? The young. Young because young is actually start with y, which is not a vowel, it's a consonant. Nó bắt đầu với một cái phụ âm chứ không phải nguyên âm. Cho nên là the young. So that's why it's the young, not the young. How about the old? Of course, O is a vowel. O là một cái nguyên âm cho nên là phải là the old. The young, the old. So who prefer traveling abroad? The young or the old? Ai thích đi nước ngoài hơn, người trẻ hay người già hơn? How much time do you think people should spend on a trip abroad and why? Bạn nghĩ là con người ta nên dành bao nhiêu thời gian cho một cái chuyến đi nước ngoài, tại sao? Which is better for knowing more about a country, traveling or reading books about it? Điều gì tốt hơn để mà biết nhiều hơn về một đất nước? Đi lại hoặc là đọc sách về nó. And then I'll give you 3 minutes for this one. Task 2 and task 3. 3 minutes. 3 phút nha. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this one. Describe a short trip that you frequently make but you dislike. Miss Helen, can you start first? Describe a short trip, please.
Short trip.
Yes. Or Miss Ngam, would you like to start first?
Yes. Okay.
I start first.
I got married. After I got married, I moved to live in my husband's house in Đồng Nai province, while my province, while my job, my work company is still located in Saigon. So I made a road trip between Đồng Nai, Saigon every weekdays. It took me about 4 hours per day. I really dislike the feeling. I really dislike do nothing except sitting on bus. It's really bored.
It's really boring.
It's really boring. Transformation between 2 buses and waiting late passenger is a waste of my time. I left home about 6 a.m. but back home about 7:30 p.m. So I had to early to rise but late to bed. Is this
late to bed? Late to bed?
Yes.
What do you mean late to bed?
Early to bed, late to rise. Early to rise, late to bed.
Early to rise, late to bed.
Late to bed. And this trip affects my mental health.
This trip affects your mental health. That's why I dislike.
Why I dislike this trip.
That's why I dislike it. Okay, Miss Helen, are you ready to describe a short trip that you frequently make but you dislike, please?
Actually, I don't travel much. So when talk about short trips, can I talk about the trip that I go to the market every day? Is it possible if I talk about the trip that I
Yes,
go
why not?
from home to the market?
Because it's something you frequently make. And the question asks for something that you frequently make. So you can talk about going to the supermarket. Why not? Được chứ? Of course, đương nhiên là được rồi.
That's I go to the local market on a regular basis, and that makes me a little bit annoyed because I see the same thing every day.
Because you see
the same thing every day. The same thing.
Because you see the same thing every day. I see.
And it's not far from my house. Just about it takes me 10 minutes to go by motorbike. And I go there to pick up some fruits some fruit and food to my family.
For my family.
Yeah, I have to pick up some fruit and food for my own family.
So, and then it is not a trip that I like because
it's not make me creative at all. Every day I don't think in anything interesting, exciting. Nothing motivates me to go there. It just go there like I fulfill my duty. Not enjoyable.
Okay.
Không biết nói về cái này sao vậy, nên nói ra nó không có đúng sự thật.
It's fine. IELTS doesn't ask for the truth. They ask you to be able to speak, about any topic. You don't have to tell the truth. You don't have to. Now let's talk about traveling. So, Miss Nhắn, please, do Vietnamese people like traveling abroad? Part 3 nha mọi người.
Yes. According to number of Vietnamese tourists travel abroad every year, I believe they like traveling abroad. For not only the young, but also the old. For the young, they refer some extrovert activity. Đúng rồi, có giống như hướng ngoại á.
I'm an extrovert.
Extrovert activity like natural, explore, or adventure journey.
Yes.
They tend to go by a group of friends, or they can go by themselves. They make a tour. Like self-arrangement. They equip some tips and stay in homestay and make friends with local friends. And for the old, they tend to they prefer introverts like cultural, costume, or cuisine.
Sorry?
Cuisine.
Cuisine.
Cuisine. Từ này sang ngoài. Cuisine. Đúng không? Cuisine, yes. And they make a group of family or friends and go with the support of the tour guide or tour arrangement, except for the old and comfortable, convenient for them as well.
I see. Good. Now, so Miss Helen, who prefer traveling abroad more, the young or the old, and why? What do you think?
I think the young prefer traveling abroad because they're full of energy and they want to and they would like to explore new land. When travel abroad, of course, it's help them to broaden their knowledge. They know more about the culture, about the countries, the history. It's more practical than they just read the news or read books.
What else? Is there anything else?
Moreover, the young people have they have lots of money. I mean, they have the budget to travel.
The ability and the physical ability, khả năng về thể chất, the physical ability to travel, you mean?
Yeah.
Good. Anything else? Okay. Now, so Miss Helen, how much time do you think people should spend on a trip abroad? Why? Like how many days? What should they do? You know, what they should do, I mean.
I think people should spend
just a moment, please. Can you? Okay, let's get back to the third question. How much time do you think people should spend on a trip abroad and why, Miss Helen?
I suppose people should spend around 40 days. I mean, half a month is enough for a journey to overseas countries.
I see.
If they go with a tour guide, they don't have to worry much about. They don't have to prepare about the accommodation, food, or the places which places they could visit. But if they go by their own, everything will be different. And 40 days is great because I think they need time to check in, check out, and when travels to a new place.
Traveling to a new place.
When traveling to a new place,
yes.
There are lots of things to explore.
There's a lot of things and places to explore, many people to meet, and many exciting things to see. You mean?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good question. That's a good answer. Miss Ngân, please. So what do you think? Is it better for knowing more about a country? Which is better for knowing more about a country? Reading books about it or just travel?
Traveling or reading books have its disadvantage and advantage. Like my decision is made depends or based on my lifestyle, and most important thing is my budget. For example, by reading books, can help people able to broaden knowledge
Broaden
everywhere.
their knowledge, you mean?
Yes.
To broaden their knowledge.
Yes, by reading books, able to broaden their knowledge
By reading
everywhere.
books, by reading books, people are able to broaden their knowledge.
Yes. By reading books, people are able to broaden their knowledge everywhere and anywhere they want in a low cost, just spending on buying book to read. But by traveling, people able to enrich experiences.
Enrich their experience.
And of course, they have to spend more money on the trip.
It's all about the money. Traveling, it's all about the money, costing money, and of course experiences too. So I think this topic is a bit difficult for Miss Helen, or maybe she's not in good health today. I think Miss Helen is not in a good health condition today, so
we can stop earlier.
No, let's continue. Okay, let's talk about something easier. Describe a time when you ate something for the first time. This is 44. Chủ đề 44. Miêu tả một thời điểm mà bạn đã ăn cái gì đó lần đầu tiên. You ate something for the first time. So what you ate, bạn đã ăn cái gì? When you ate it, bạn đã ăn nó lúc nào? Where you were, lúc đó bạn đã ở đâu? Explain how you felt about it. Các bạn đã cảm thấy thế nào về điều đó? Be careful with the past tense. Please be careful. This is, you're talking about a past situation, past tense. So, we have part 3 of food and cooking. Part 3 về đồ ăn và chuyện nấu nướng này. What kinds of foreign food are popular in your country? Cái loại đồ ăn nước ngoài nào, những loại đồ ăn nước ngoài nào rất là thông dụng, được nhiều người biết tới, được nhiều người sử dụng ở trong đất nước bạn? You can talk about different kind of food, like for example, French, English, German, Spanish, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, something like that. What are young people's opinions on new food? How about old people? Cái nhận định hoặc là cái ý kiến của người trẻ về những đồ ăn mới là như thế nào? Vậy còn ý kiến của những người già thì sao? So this question asks about like what young people and old people think about new kind of food from other countries. Do they like it? Do they, how can I say, embrace it? Chào đón nó. Do they embrace it? Chào đón nó. Or do they hate it? Or do they not? Do they not want to try it? Something like that. And why? And then, should teachers and parents teach children how to cook? Những người giáo viên và cha mẹ có nên dạy trẻ nhỏ cái cách để mà nấu ăn hay không? Why do people like their local food? Tại sao con người ta lại thích những cái thực phẩm ở địa phương của họ, ở nơi họ sinh ra, hoặc là họ lớn lên, hoặc là họ làm việc ở đó? So why do people like their local food? Like for example, it can be because of the taste. It's the same taste, or maybe because it's cheaper. Đồ ăn ngoại nhập cũng mắc hơn. Like imported food are almost always more expensive than like local food. Or it could be because of the culture. Maybe the food represents something. Cái đồ ăn nó đại diện cái điều gì? It maybe it represents something that they don't like. Có thể nó đại diện một cái gì đó mà con người ta không thích ăn chẳng hạn. Or maybe there's a lot of different reasons behind, you know. Okay. So 2 minutes. Please. Okay, let's just start first with Miss Nhắn. Can you describe a time when you ate something for the first time, please?
Okay. About 5 years ago, I have been invited to have dinner at a 5-star hotel. It was a buffet. It was a buffet dinner. It displayed a various colorful sushi, which is a traditional Japanese signature dish. And this the first time I enjoy and taste these kind of food, these kind of introduced
food, like foreign food.
Yeah.
I mean.
Like foreign food, especially that it's thịt sống này thầy.
Especially it's raw meat.
Raw meat, yeah.
Raw meat. Thịt sống.
Yes.
Wait, is it raw fish or raw meat?
Raw meat, yeah.
Okay.
It's the first time I taste the raw meat.
Oh.
Of course, I feel a bit hesitated to try at first time, and then while I had the second piece of sushi, I familiar with the taste, and I felt I realized that why sushi has its impressive taste to many people like this.
Okay. Now, so Miss Helen, your turn, please. Can you describe a time when you ate something for the first time? Your microphone, please, Miss Helen.
Yes.
Okay.
It's 20 years ago. I was taken to a Chinese restaurant in District 5 by colleagues of mine after work, and at that time
by a colleague after work.
College
after work.
College after work. At that time, I quite surprised about the dish. It's a small chicken, but it's totally black.
Okay.
And I was surprised because I was surprised when my friend ate all of the chicken. I mean,
when your colleague ate all of the chicken.
It's all the chicken. He ate all the bones.
Ah, they ate all the bones.
And after that, I asked. At first, is I think the taste unfamiliar with me because it has some kinds of medicines.
So it tastes like Northern Vietnamese medicine. Thuốc Bắc Việt Nam, like Northern Vietnamese medicine.
It like Northern Vietnamese.
It tasted like Northern Vietnamese traditional medicine.
It tastes like traditional Northern Vietnamese medicine.
Let's just say traditional medicine. Let's just say that. Như thuốc truyền thống vậy đó. It tasted like traditional medicine. So
it tasted like traditional medicines. So I didn't like it at first. However, when I heard about its uses, it's not only nutritious but also really good to improve the health. So I began to enjoy the dish.
I began to enjoy the dish. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, so let's go to part 3 of food and cooking. Miss Ngan, please. So, what kinds of foreign food are popular in your country?
French foods are popular. Due to due to globalization, there are many kinds of foreign foods introduced
Which are
into Vietnam,
which are
like sushi, as I mentioned above, and like kimchi, Thai sweet food, Thai sweet soup.
Sweet soup, you mean?
Sweet soup. Rồi cái gì á? Nhiều loại.
Yeah, Thai sweet soup and Thai milk tea.
Yes, Thai milk tea or Taiwan milk tea. Yeah. Yes, I mentioned about milk tea. The most popular foreign drink in our country recently.
Okay, good, very good. So, Miss Helen, how about you? What do you think? So, what kinds of foreign food are popular in your country? Can you name a few?
Yes, it's quite easy to name.
It's quite easy to name. Nói từ từ.
It's quite easy. It's quite easy to name.
It's quite easy to name.
To name some foreign food, such as pizza.
Pizza. Không phải pizza.
Pizza. It's a kind of flat cake mixed with.
I think everyone know what pizza is already, so you don't need to explain.
Yeah.
Pizza nó quá là thông dụng cho mọi người, ai cũng hay biết rồi. I think everyone know what pizza is already by now. If you mention bánh xèo, Vietnamese pancake, then you need to say what it is, because sometimes a lot of people will not, they might not know it. But when you mention pizza, it is something that everybody knew already. So you may not need to mention what it is, I think.
Yes. So besides pizzas, we have fast food like burgers. Lẩu, soup.
Hot pot. Cái gọi là cái chậu nóng gọi là hot pot á. Hot pot. Okay, and then so Miss Ngan, please. So what are young people's opinion on new food, and how about the old people? What do they think? What's the differences?
Yes, for young people, they tend to discover new things due to
curiosity.
Curiosity. Due to curiosity. Curiosity. So they try whatever they can eat. But for old people, they are more carefully in trying something new due to their current health situation or their lifestyle. So sometimes they slowly to try or even they refuse to taste the new food.
They refuse to taste the new food. I see. So, what do you think, Miss Ngan? Why do people like their local food?
As a local people, I believe that
số ít nha, singular. As a local person, or a
Yes.
local,
As a local person.
or you can
As
just
a
say
local.
as a local, như một người bản địa. As a
Yeah.
local, I
As a local. Yeah. As a local person, I believe that most of local people love their local food because of these food have made the signature for that place or that area, even that regions.
Okay.
And people was born and that's in this place and raised or
Grew up
by eating these local food. So they love the taste and the spirits of the dishes that have
basically the spirit of
good
the dishes
memory.
that grew with them, that grew
They
inside.
grew with them, yeah, they grew with them. Would
They grew
have
inside them. Nó sống ở bên trong họ luôn, they grew inside.
Yeah,
yes.
They grew inside every local person. So it's like as this indispensable part of their life.
Good. Now, so Miss Kim, Miss Talent, please. So, should teachers and parents teach children how to cook? What do you think? Is it an indispensable? Is it an essential skill? Indispensable. I mean, it's không thể thiếu được.
Không thể tách rời.
Indispensable, không thể tách rời. Indispensable, không thể thiếu được, không tách rời. Is it an indispensable skill that people learn? Or something like that?
Yes, in modern societies, I think adults should teach children how to cook. That's indispensable skills that they need to acquire in early years.
They need to acquire.
They are acquired in early years. As far as I know, high school students has some cooking lesson at school.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's called their mothers will instruct them to cook simple dishes. That's somehow like the survival skills. So the early they know about it, the better
about the better it is for their survival, for their future, you mean?
The better for their future.
Okay, very well. What do you think, Ms. Ngân? Should teachers and parents teach children how to cook?
I agree that the teacher and parents should teach children how to cook because it is considered is a good activity for parents to teach children to cook and also to guide them how to support their parents to prepare a big meal for a family. Besides that, young people, they have to learn the survival skill to serve themselves while they left their home without taking care of their parents. I think cook is a good useful skill to take care of
cooking, cái chuyện nấu ăn, cái việc nấu ăn. I think cooking is a useful skill.
Cooking is a good skill to help children can take care of themselves.
To help children can take care. Rồi xong. Cẩn thận, cái đó là cái lỗi sai cơ bản về Việt luôn á. To help children can take care, sai. To help children to take care of themselves with a delicious and yes. Okay, very well.
Delicious and nutrition meal.
Nutritious
meal. It's a good way to save money and control the quality of food ingredient. The quality of food.
Okay, good enough. Okay, let's end the lesson here. Any question, class?
No.
Okay, here. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh đăng ký kênh đó, để mà các bạn có thể được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.